It's the day I've been waiting for what seems like forever. I'm so excited. I don't know how to lay the box down. Why isn't it labeled? Seems like a thing they should do. These giant staples. Jesus. Try not to get my fingers, because these things hurt. Oh, another box. It's like Christmas all over again. Oh my God. The amount of trouble that it is to get this off, you have to imagine what it was like to get it on in the first place, right? Probably like really easy. Here it is. Look at this. Look at it. So, mid-December, like December 15th, something like that, I was doing what most guitar players do in their free time. Not practicing, but instead scrolling through reverb.com, looking at gear that, like, I would love to have, but I definitely didn't have the money for at the time, or in some cases, ever will have the money for. And for the most part, my searches are never anything that's like truly focused on any individual item, although for a while I've been on the hunt to find a Explorer-style guitar. But oddly enough, whenever Gibson finally comes out with more lefty Explorers, they're unavailable almost immediately. You can't get one. And if you do, you're paying an astronomical amount of money for it. But in my searches on this particular day, I came across something that I didn't expect to find at all. A guitar from the company Schecter, the E-1, with a Floyd Rose and a Sustainiac pickup in the neck position. I'm a glutton for punishment. I love guitars that have Floyd Roses on them, and I don't have any guitars with a Sustainiac on it. And this is an Explorer shape, and it's a lefty. It's like I found a unicorn out in the wild. And so, I got it. I got the guitar. But that's not the interesting part. The interesting part is how I got it. What had happened was that I had a picture of the guitar that I had taken a screenshot from Reverb and I posted it on Instagram or on Facebook, just being like, jokingly, hey, anyone want to give me some money to get this guitar that I think is amazing that I'll probably never see again in life? But like also clarifying, I'm just kidding. I will just have to wait until I have the money, and if it's there when I have the money, I will get it. If I miss this opportunity, another one bites the dust. But then a friend messaged me and was like, you should do a GoFundMe for that guitar. And immediately I responded back to them being like, okay, yeah, totally. That's definitely an option that is viable. Totally. Thanks. But they were insistent. They were saying you should give it a try. Because it's something that you would be using for music lessons, for playing music with your band, with other artists, with other projects, whatever. And you could do a video on it for your YouTube channel talking about the special features that are attached to this guitar. And I was like, yeah, that sounds good. But like, you know, that's not, I don't know if that's compelling enough to get someone to say like, yeah, let's chip in for this dude. Nevertheless, I have jokingly made an account on GoFundMe and I made a campaign for this guitar. Essentially, the guitar of my dreams. And when I tell you that the money that I was looking to raise for this guitar got raised in nearly 24 hours, like, I can tell you that statement, but it still doesn't sound believable as I say it. Like, the money was coming in so fast that it was making me itchy. Like I'm walking around Stop and Shop with my wife and my kids, just feverishly checking my phone because I keep getting notifications from GoFundMe that someone sent in $20, someone sent in $10, someone sent in $5, someone sent in $100, and I'm just like, what is happening? What is this? Like, I know lots of YouTubers talk about things like imposter syndrome and whatever. I think this is the only instance where I felt something like that, because I felt like it was wrong that people were giving me money and I hadn't shown like either of my feet. My shoe stayed on the entire time this was going on. So there was that. And they're staying on no matter what. Don't even ask me about it. No, I'm not doing it. And there were some people that were giving in a large amount of money. And so I was reaching out to them directly being like, hey, what are you doing? What is this? But for almost every person that donated money my way, their response to me reaching out was to say, you do good things for people every day. You're a music teacher, or I've directly had an influence on their kids because I had their kid as a student at one point. Or like I've just been able to show kind gestures to them as individuals in the past. And so they're trying to return that kindness to me, which like, it's one of those things where I definitely appreciate the gesture, but I'm unable to wrap my brain around it because this is going to sound like melodramatic, but like I'm not used to having nice things happen. So when they do happen, they feel like they're wrong. It's like when you're driving and there's a police officer behind your car and they put on their lights and you think, oh no, what did I do? But like then they go around you to go and get somebody else. Even though you're not doing anything wrong, in that moment, your first thought is, what am I doing that's illegal? But yeah, like the money got raised and it was crazy. It was crazy. Like I didn't know how to even tell people about it. And it was funny because all of my musician friends that were watching what was going on, at least initially, were like, let's see how this goes. You know, in the usual musician way of doing things, where it's like, no one's going to give you anything just because you want it, which is true, is absolutely true. But I think this was just a sort of one-off chance that I happened to be the person to receive all this kindness all at once. And because of that, the guitar's name is Gratitude. Like, for those who don't know, all of my guitars have names. It's kind of ridiculous. It's just been something that I've done since, like, I got my first guitar as a kid. I felt like in order to really build a connection with this instrument, I have to name it. Like my first acoustic guitar, this Washburn that I got when I was 6, this is Woody. My Strat that I got after my bike got stolen for like the 5th time, and that's gone through countless different string gauges and different tunings and different pickups and different alterations, but I still go back to as one of my like number one go-tos, is Old Reliable. My Ibanez is called the Black Pearl, which kind of sucks because I named it this before Pirates of the Caribbean came out. But when that movie came out, everyone's like, dude, did you really like that movie that much that you named it after that? And I'm like, no, dude. Like, there was an old Sega game based around the Olympics when I was a kid that one of the production companies on that game was called Black Pearl. And that's where I got the name from. I don't care about Johnny Depp. I don't care about Pirates of the Caribbean. I've never seen it. Don't come after me in the comments. Another similar to my Ibanez is this, the company's called SX, but it's like a sub-company of Agile. This is Simply Red, because you get it, right? You get it. I got this nylon string guitar from my friend Mike, and it's the 5th guitar that I ever got. So, obviously, this one's Mambo number 5. And I could go on. There's lots of ridiculous names for my guitars. But more importantly, I felt like it was only appropriate to name this new one Gratitude, given the way that I got my hands on it. And, you know, it's very easy in a moment like this to think this isn't right. This isn't, I'm not deserving of this. But you have to remember that sometimes people just want to do nice things for people. They want to see other people be happy. And so a good response to those gestures of kindness is to show gratitude. So here we are. And the statement thank you doesn't truly convey just how I feel. Gratitude is a word that doesn't quite describe what I feel in response to the outcry people that were reaching out just to do something nice for me or to help serve a purpose that for an extended period of time, the rest of my life, it's going to be something that's going to be useful to me. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. And I still catch myself where I get up off the couch upstairs and come down here to the basement and I just like look over just to make sure that guitar is still here, that I didn't like make it up, that I didn't like dream that everyone was like, bro, we got you. And then I got a guitar in the mail that everyone was like, I just want to see a picture of it. And not just pictures. Like I had people reaching out asking me if there were other things that I needed. Someone wanted to buy me a case for the guitar, to which I was like, definitely not. Definitely not. Only because I have to find one that fits the shape of this guitar and I don't know how big it is. I need to wait till I get it. And I don't want you spending that kind of money. But someone bought me a strap. A buddy of mine who's a photographer wants to do a photo shoot with me and the guitar, which is like cool. Very cool. Cooler than I am. But, you know, it's overwhelming. I think it would be weird if I was thinking like, oh, this is everything that it was supposed to be. Everything in its right place. I got what I'm deserving of. But I do plan on putting the instrument to good use. Even right before I started shooting this video, I had it set up on my little workbench and I was working on the intonation for the strings. I've already ordered some new springs for the tremolo system from FU Tone, and they're purple, so, you know, perfect. And yeah, I've been bringing it to band practice. I've been using it in my lessons with my students, and it's been great. It's been great. It's ridiculous. So truly, from the bottom of my heart, for everyone that chipped in to make this happen, I want you to know I'm truly thankful. I'm thankful, I'm in disbelief, and you changed my life forever, and I'm forever in debt to you. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But with all that said, I imagine there's a number of you out there that are thinking, well, what makes this guitar so special? You might even be asking, what's a Sustainiac? What kind of doohickey is that? And why do you need it on a guitar? You might also be thinking, why would someone willingly get a guitar with a Floyd Rose on it? I have my demons. Don't judge me. But yeah, let's give an overview to the guitar. Introducing the Schecter E-1 FRS LH. So E-1, FR for Floyd Rose, S for special, and LH for left-handed. The finish on the guitar is called Purple Burst, and honestly, it's like my favorite finish that I have on any guitar in my collection at this point. Obviously, it's left-handed. Body's made of mahogany, but it's surprisingly light. It's very light considering that. It's a set neck construction. The neck is also mahogany. We got a maple top with an ebony fretboard. It also features Schecter's Apocalypse 6 humbucker in the bridge, and a Floyd Rose 1500 series tremolo. Another cool feature that this guitar has that my other ones don't is that the dots on the side of the neck, they glow in the dark. I've tried getting stickers and stuff like that for my other guitars so I can see when I'm on a dark stage or whatever, but the stickers always come off. Like if you sweat even a drop, they're done for. But having them built into the guitar is like a new feature that I'm very excited to get used to having. And so now you might be asking, well, Miles, how does the guitar sound? Well, why don't we find out? So yeah, this is Gratitude, and I'm really, really pumped on this guitar. It's basically everything that I've wanted from a guitar, all in one place. Although there are a couple little setbacks for me personally. Like, for example, the pickup selector switch being down here on the farther right side of the body, not a big fan. Like, I wish that they had put it here. Because this is kind of like behind everything, and I have to like really strike my hand down to get to that, and then really put force behind it if I want to flip it up. Because what tends to happen is that I end up going from the neck position to just the middle. But that's something that I'll get used to doing. I'm also going to probably end up putting stickers to identify the switches for the Sustainiac, just because like the new stuff that I've been writing with the band, it's very busy. And I don't have the time to go through and like really consciously observe stuff. I need stuff to kind of like pop out to me and be like, that's where you want to go. And so I'm probably going to put a sticker on here. I don't really want to, but at the same time, I can always just like get it off. I could just get rid of the adhesive without damaging the body. But another thing that I kind of really like about this guitar, like the finish continues on to the back of the guitar. That's cool, right? But on the neck, rather than maintaining that same gloss finish, for the fretboard, at least up to the 20th fret, you have sort of a matte finish on the back of the neck. And that allows for no real stickiness to happen if your hands get sweaty. So I'm pumped on that because I'm a sweaty guy. That's all I do. I just get sweaty and smear up all my guitars. So smart move on Schecter's part. But most importantly, the guitar is just incredibly comfortable to play. Like I said, it's surprisingly light considering the shape of the body, presumably being wider, bigger, more wood than your typical guitar. And yet still, Casper, my other Schecter, is much heavier than Gratitude. And I'm guessing there is a bit more to the top of this guitar than there is this one. Like the top here is flat and this one's got a contour to it. But like still, it's like a noticeable difference in weight when I go to this guitar from this one. I'm suddenly like, oh, okay. So it's interesting. I was surprised at how light this guitar is. For its size, it makes up for it in its weight. But probably most importantly, my wife likes this guitar. My wife likes this guitar so much that she said if it was a righty, she would have took it from me. Because my wife also plays guitar. And I've already told her on a couple occasions that maybe I should do a video where I'm teaching her how to play something on the guitar, make a video out of it. And I know it'll be hilarious because she doesn't want to listen to me ever. But that's a whole other topic for another time. But yeah, she likes it. My daughter likes it. My son thinks it's cool. And he's almost 13 now, so like he doesn't think anything's cool unless it's like whatever he's into. But yeah, man. It's just like, it's great. I love this guitar already so very much. Yeah, I just wanted to make a video and talk about this sort of anomaly of a situation, this amazing thing that happened because of you, because of viewers like you. I'm like PBS now. And I'm truly grateful for you guys. Like whether you're supporting the channel on Patreon, whether you're going to these live streams that I've been doing on TikTok, whether you're just like buying merch or, you know, supporting me and what I'm doing in whatever capacity, even if you're just liking the video and sharing it around, I can't thank you guys enough. Because I never thought that anyone would feel compelled to do anything on my behalf. I've said it before, but I made this channel initially just to make videos, like tutorials on songs that I saw kids had to learn when I was still working at School of Rock, and they were learning them the wrong way. And I was like, I don't want to make anyone feel like I'm stepping on their toes. So I'll just kind of like put these song covers out there with a lesson and be like, oh, that's crazy. You're working on this song? Well, I made a video. Maybe that'll be a helpful resource for you between lessons. Yeah, this has been crazy. This has been crazy. It's forced me to reevaluate my faith in humanity. And it's also made me like super paranoid. Like I walk around everywhere now, like with this small voice in the back of my head of just like, something might happen. Because for the longest time, because of the way that my life has been, I've always viewed the way that my life just goes. It's like something good happens, but then it's followed immediately by something equally or more bad than the good thing. So, like, I guess, like that one Nickelback song says, something's got to go wrong because I'm feeling way too damn good. So I don't think I need to hold on to that feeling. I think maybe I need to reevaluate how I view life in general in order not to feel like that all the time. But a lot of this stuff has been sort of like solidified in my brain for years. And so it's going to take some time, but I am consciously trying to correct this way of thinking. And yeah, you guys are great. You guys are all great. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And I only hope that I can give a fraction, if not more, of what you've given to me in terms of your support, this guitar, just being able to check my notifications on the YouTube studio and smile rather than being like, great, I hate the internet. Yeah, you guys, thank you. Thank all of you. Thank you all. Can't talk. I thank you guys for popping in on this video. Hopefully you found it interesting and informative. I hope that maybe it'll encourage everyone to be kinder to one another. Yeah, like I'm doing whatever I can to spread kindness around to other people, try to help those in need. I've always tried to. It's just been hard because like financially, if you don't have the means, how else can you help? But there are ways. And so, yeah, I always just try to do whatever I can when I can while I can. And I hope that my story encourages other people to do the same. But with that, I'm going to wrap things up here. I'm going to finish working on this guitar. I'm going to work on some stuff that I got to work on for next week's video, which is going to be different. It's going to be a bit of a roller coaster, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be fine. Don't even worry about it. It's going to be fine. But you guys are wonderful. Continue to be wonderful. Stay safe. Keep playing. Peace.